somebody actually asked me a question which actually stuck with me because I didn't give her an answer like right away. I was too focused on walking and preventing myself from falling. So I've been thinking about the question and my answer, and so I guess I have an answer now. She asked me,
so how would you describe this experience?
Well, I would describe it as unexpected and life-changing. So before I actually went to the event, I, to be honest, had no idea what to expect. I knew it was going to be in nature, but I had no idea who was going to be there, where we were going, what we were doing there, and all that. So I didn't prepare much, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. But then I was so grateful. I am so grateful that it turned out to be great, because I actually did something that I never even planned to do. I never even thought or imagined myself doing, and I actually did it, but I couldn't have done it without you guys, so without the people who are actually there. So I'm really thankful. These are the lessons that I learned in the woods. The first lesson that I learned is to face difficulties and to act accordingly. So instead of running away, it is actually better and more important to face the difficulties and learn from the experiences and learn from what you've been through. So while I was in the woods, I was in the forest, and I saw a lot of ice on the ground. And to be honest, I wanted to run away, but I didn't have the option because I was already in the forest. And there was no turning back. And there's just no turning back when your heart's under attack. Okay, ignore me for that. I was in the woods, I was in the forest, I was actually halfway, and I was walking, so I was not going to turn back. There was no turning back. So instead of running away from what I considered as a difficulty, I actually had to stay, and I learned the importance of staying and facing the problems, and actually trying to deal with them instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna quit this. So I faced my difficulties, which is my fear for walking on ice in the woods. I faced it, I tried my best, and thankfully there were actually a lot of people there helping me out and encouraging me. So I had this strong support system that actually helped me go through the difficulties. And so I learned how to face them and how to act accordingly, because when I was in the forest, all I had in mind was the next step, the next step, the next step. What could I grab onto? How could I prevent myself from falling, from slipping? And are there any rocks or like trees that I could use to kind of help myself? And if I could not find any, any resources for me to grab onto, I would try to get help from my fellow hikers. So that was like a lesson that I learned, to not be afraid and to actually try to find the people or the resources that you need in order to, go for the next step, So I learned how to face difficulties and how to act accordingly. The second lesson that I learned from being in the woods is that actually being brave brings out potential. So I try to push myself out of my comfort zone to actually experience something new, something that I've never been able to experience. So what I was doing there was that I was trying to put myself in a situation where I have to be brave, where there's, like I said, no turning back. So I had to be brave, and then I brought out my potential. I cannot say that I did an amazing job while trying to hike and be safe and all that, but I can tell you that I realized that I was more capable of doing what I did in the mountains, which was like hiking and committing to a task for a longer amount of time than I would have imagined. So I learned to be brave, and that being brave can actually bring out potential, which makes me feel really proud. The third lesson that I learned there is to be grateful and to actually appreciate the surroundings, the people around you, the care that I experience, and to appreciate nature, which was like a major part of my surrounding. So I learned how to actually not take people or things or the environment for granted, because nobody is supposed to give you any support, or nobody is supposed to actually care about you. All the care and love was given out of kindness. I always thought that I would be okay, you know, being alone and all that, which is true for like daily life tasks and all that, but it is so much nicer to have a support system to actually help you go through the difficult times in life. And I'm not just referring to like being in the woods, I'm also referring to like life in general, which I think is very important and close to people, because this is what you face every single day. So what I learned there is the importance of people and of the environment that actually supports you, of being you, and of the daily tasks that you need to face. So it's very important to have a strong support system and to have appreciation for your environment and for the strength that you need. And speaking of a support system, being in the woods really put me in a very vulnerable situation where I wasn't really sure what to do and how to react. And I was really grateful to have these people around me who actually didn't spare any efforts. They actually showed me anything and everything they knew, and all the knowledge that they have acquired from their families, from school, and from personal experiences. So I'm really grateful, because I felt like I was not alone in the forest, and I was not alone in a situation where I had no idea about. So I'm really blessed to have. I cannot address the importance of this enough. I'm just so grateful for these people around me, and for the support that they have given me, and for the kindness and the love and the care and all that they gave me to make my experience in the woods more interesting and life-changing. The fifth lesson that I learned is to focus on the present. So I tend to think a lot about, okay, what do I do next month? What do I do next year? What do I do in 10 years? Like, I panic a lot when I think about that, but I also do that because I'm always afraid of, not knowing what to do next. What do I do next? So that is kind of one of the main reasons why I panic a lot. But in the woods, I learned to focus on the present, because I had to stay so focused on my next step, on my next step, on my next step. I couldn't think like 20 steps ahead. I have to focus on each and every step at a time. So I learned to live in the moment and focus on now in the woods, because that is actually what I could only think of, because I had to stay focused on one step at a time. And if I thought like 20 steps ahead, that would probably put myself in danger for this step. So I learned to, focus on the next step, just to live the moment and just be present now. Just focus on what will happen now. So that is like one of the lessons that I learned. And then last but not least, I learned to appreciate nature, because as I said earlier in this video, nature does not have the obligation to welcome you, but it does welcome you, and it's like so powerful, yet it acts like it's very humble, and it does not over glorify its power, which I think is very important. It's an important lesson for me to learn. So every time I go into nature, I feel very humble, and I tend to slow down my pace for life to reflect on my attitude towards life, which I think I cannot do without, being in nature and actually being in the very natural environment where there was nothing for me to brag about, because I'm just this small human being in this huge, powerful nature, and all I can do is actually just appreciate it and admire it and respect it. I can film a whole new video, like a whole full video on this topic of appreciating and embracing and respecting nature. So if you're interested in that, please give this video a big thumbs up. And I cannot express my gratitude enough for the girls and for the nature club, and I'm just really grateful for everything in the woods. I have to say that I was very scared, and I have been scared from the beginning to the end, but looking back, I'm really grateful for all the experiences, for the people, and I'm glad that I actually decided to go. I'm thankful for this person who DM'd me about this event, and I'm just really thankful for everybody who was a part of it. It doesn't matter if were a part of the planning process, or if you're actually there at the event, or if you're a member of the nature club, anything and everything, or even if you were watching this video. I'm just really grateful for all the love and kindness that I experience, that I get to experience, and I'm just glad that I have this experience and this support system, and that I actually went out of the comfort zone to challenge and experience something different, to challenge myself and to experience something different. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, or if you like to listen to more of the story time and more of the experiences that I had in the woods or in Finland, or about studying abroad or anything like that, please subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon, so whenever I post, you will get a notification. Like this video. Thank you. I will see you guys next time. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you who watched this video, especially those who watch this video until this far. Please comment in the comment section down below. Let me know how much you actually respect nature. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in another video. See ya. Bye guys. Mwah. Have a beautiful day. See you guys. Bye.